Ba-ding! Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. It is gray and chill outside. Thumbs up for that. I actually moderately slept, still some tossing and turning, but I got a fair amount of sleep in, so that's good. Hopefully you slept. That would be a definite positive. And of course, front loading of videos. Hey, if you could toss me a like, that'd be very cool. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. If you could leave me a comment, that would be double plus good. And I meant to put some names up here. While I'm feeling better, I'm not perfect yet, so I didn't get that done. So my apologies for that, but I wish to thank every one of my Patreon patrons, where I'm going to be putting names up here again real soon, and that'll be awesome because I'm going to be re-editing off of my laptop instead of off the PlayStation soon. But if you would like to be one of these wonderful, beautiful, and awesome Patreon patrons that are helping to keep me and my aging pet alive, that would be truly awesome. I have links to my Patreon in the video description, along with a PayPal for possible donations and an Amazon wish list that I desperately need to update. So thumbs up, thank you, and greatly appreciated, absolutely every one of you. Yay! Yeah, so if you saw my update video yesterday, I went to the ER and I got a first of 2 shots of antibiotics. I asked what it was. It's like Delaflexin or Defalaxin, something along those lines. They didn't put the name on my discharge papers and I had to ask. They weren't going to tell me. But must be a moderately new antibiotic. So thumbs up for that. But this morning, at least when I was in bed, the swelling was way, way down. Now, I still have swelling in my feet because of damaged lymph nodes and all that, and the lymph system in my legs, so I'm going to have to put my support stockings on, and my legs are going to swell up as the day goes by. But so much better, so much better. More tender, excuse me, but even that's okay. So thumbs up and very, very cool. It is getting better, and next Monday I go in for my next dose. So thumbs up for that. And I could tell that things were already starting to get better, because even though I had basically no energy yesterday because of the 7-mile walk and having the cellulitis and then getting the antibiotic and finishing up all this stuff, I was just exhausted. But on my own, without trying to prompt anything, I started just thinking of Kay and Nis's relationship in my cryptid setting, and what things mean and how people react to them. All on my little lonesome, no prompting, creative thought had come back. I am feeling better when I can do that. And this morning I was thinking as well about the various things with the whole Dempty family and Kay and Nis. So yeah, I am on the mend. Very, very good. A definite thumbs up. Let me check what else I have on my list here. Oh yes. The lack of motivation I have also had because I've had no energy, because I've just been drained and feeling awful, has been rough. I mean, I get up when I get up. Sometimes 5:30 if I'm really hurting and I've got insomnia. Sometimes 7:30 if I'm just tired and can't get out of bed. But these past couple weeks, I have been fighting to get started at 8:30. And by that time, I mean I am literally fighting and struggling to get things moving. This morning, I was out of bed 6:30-ish. 7 o'clock, I was chomping at the bit. I was getting ready. I wanted to get started and get things moving now. So even though it's 8:07, because while I'm raring to go, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is lagging just a little bit behind. I'm still a little sick here. So I finally got things together, and 8 o'clock I started recording here. So yeah, I've got my motivation to do stuff is back. I'm able to think again, not anywhere near at the level I should be. I've been here. I'm usually here. On Ritalin, I was way up here. But Ritalin almost killed me, so I'm on Wellbutrin, which puts me here. But I've been here, and I'm here right now. So I'm getting back up to here, just on my way. Now, the thing that worries me, I got my lab reports because they had to do labs on me to make sure that I would be okay if they gave me this antibiotic. 2 of my lab results are iffy. One of them is my glucose. If you have blood sugar of over 180 2 hours after you've eaten something, then you are considered to be diabetic. Your normal fasting blood sugar is anywhere between 70 and 110. Now, when I was going through the medical stuff, it was between like 70 and 120, but they've, as we've learned more, that range has narrowed. My blood glucose level was 100. A little bit on the high side, but not bad, still in the normal range. The one that does worry me, because I damaged my kidneys a long time ago with dehydration. Not good. And I struggle to keep myself hydrated, which is why I drink sodas, because I find it difficult to drink water. I feel sick to my stomach if I drink water on an empty stomach. So I frequently do not drink water the way I should. I will dehydrate quite quickly if all I have is just regular water to drink. So I drink sodas, at least a 2-liter bottle, sometimes 2 2-liter bottles. And my labs on my kidneys are not great. My report, I can't remember exactly what it was because I forgot to write it down, but it is right, there's the normal range, and I'm right like up here. And that's not good. So I gotta talk to somebody, like the VA or somewhere, about what's going on and what I can do. I don't want my kidneys to fail. I don't want to die of kidney stuff, and I already know my kidneys are packed with stones. I've been lucky. I have had kidney stones since forever. Now, have I had a kidney stone drop? I have had back issues my whole life, and I have had horrible back injuries since 2003 when I became disabled because of that. I have had my back hurt so bad I have been crying because it all hurts. And I have heard that sometimes when you have kidney stones, you're crying because it all hurts. So, I don't know. Have I had kidney stones and thought it was just my back injury? Or have I not had a kidney stone drop? I have no ideas. I don't want one to if it hasn't yet, but I know my kidneys are full of stones, so joy! Still though, yay. Do I have anything else on my list? Past that, no, because yesterday I just went to the hospital and I fell asleep in the chair waiting for things to happen. But then when they called me back, normally when they do triage, I get called in, they do stuff, I have to go sit until they're ready, and then they call me back. This time I got called into triage, and then they took me straight from triage into the actual ER part. So I just went straight in there, and they're what the heck is the word? They're doing construction work, so the place is being changed. A lot of the halls and beds, well, they're putting the beds in the halls, and they're calling them hallway rooms. So I was just lying on a bed in the hall, waiting for them to come up and do stuff. And it went pretty quick. Doctor looked at my leg, asked me if I wanted to try this antibiotic stuff, and after like a month I have been fighting this thing. Yeah, I went for the shot. Oh boy, glad I did. So yeah, then the walk back. The walk back though, there is a trail that goes close from the hospital to the local library along this one burbling path, burbling brook / creek / stream. And I went walking on that because it had been a while and I needed a good morale boost. So oh, my dual shock 4 disconnected. So I went walking on the path. I've got to take the camera back down in there so that y'all can see the path there. Some parts of it are really cool, some parts of it not so. There are a lot of homeless people that live out in the woods and on the paths, so there's going to be, you know, you're going to find evidence of people living there, and there are some places where I found, you know, campfires, and that's not great. But at least they're smart, and they put the fire right by the edge of the water, so that part's good. So I want to get the camera and do that. So as soon as my leg is like good enough that I can do this without having to go places, because I'm still getting drained, then I'm going to be doing that. So definitely a thumbs up. It's really nice. And I can tell, the first times I started going on the path, they must have just finished it or finished refurbishing or fixing it, because when I went through years and years and years ago, they had actual handrails. There ain't no handrails anywhere. And there's a lot of erosion damage, so thumbs up, but it's still good, and I want to do that. Now I'm just going to do a little bit of talk on the whole creative front, because there ain't really anything else happening here. As I'd stated, I was thinking about not Annie, I keep talking about the daughters when I mean to talk about the daughter and Kay, because, as a quick reminder, there are, in the Dempsey family, there is Jake and Monica Dempsey. Jake is human. Monica is a cryptid. They have 3 daughters. 2 of their daughters, Barb and Nis, are full cryptid. Their third and youngest daughter, Annie, is just human. She, of course, has her third eye open and has a lot of cryptid genes expressed because of her mother being full cryptid and her father having a cryptid as his genetic grandfather on his father's side. So she has a lot of cryptid genes that express. Nis is far less driven than her two sisters. Her sister Barb is currently eating her way through a corporate power structure, which is an accepted method of promotion within any organization that has cryptids within it. Because if you can eat an executive who's in a higher position than you, then they deserved it, because they should have been protecting themselves and their position. So if you eat them, yeah, welcome to your new job. They should have been taking better care, shouldn't they? But she was in competition with someone else, and it got into a big power struggle that involved one of the senior VPs, but she ate the other person she was in competition with and got promoted herself. She is eventually going to reach a point where she can't rise anymore. I have a feeling that in this very competitive world, that when you can't rise anymore, you're, well, unless you can defend yourself really well, you're going to end up as somebody's lunch. I have a feeling Barb is, I don't know when, I don't know how, but I don't think she's going to perish a natural death. I think she's going to be eaten from below by someone with a bit more drive than her at some point in the future. Annie, of course, is going to just get married to her partner, and then the two of them are going to pump out kids and have a clan as they continue to run the RV park as Monica and Jake get older. Nis is just the drifter. She has just been going to the community college in Burkhardt, South Carolina, because that's where her mother and father went. That's where her 2 sisters have gone. She just went because she didn't know what else to do, and it was an expected thing. While she was there, she met Kay. Kay is on the lower end of the economic spectrum just because of the way things are in her various, who she is. She's slowly drifting downward toward homelessness because of economic, things. But she and Nis become strong friends. And after Nis tries to help her out by giving her an artifact that opens up her third eye so she can become involved in the cryptid world, nobody knew, least of all Nis or Kay, that Kay is one of those few, not rare, but uncommon people who, when they get a booster that raises your cryptid presence so that you can open up your third eye temporarily and get involved with the cryptid world, Her genetic structure took that as a command rather than an aid. And so as it raised her cryptid presence and opened up her third eye, her body quickly and rapidly began growing all the extra universal structures to raise her actual presence up to a very high level. So she has been forcibly indoctrinated into the cryptid world. Nobody knows that that's what happened. Everybody just figures, oh, well, aren't you lucky? Your third eye opened just at this point. So nobody's freaked out about it. You know, her third eye opened. Welcome to the cryptid world. But she and Nis are lovers, partners, and they get invited, well, not invited because Nis is the daughter, but the family wants them to come out so that they can meet Kay and they can talk and have good dinner. And that's, of course, when they do go out, and Annie bonds with Kay they go out to Brookerton and they murder a couple people, stuff the bodies into the car, and bring them back out to the RV park so that they can skin and clean and all that and prepare the bodies so that everyone can have a big feast for Kay and Nis that night. And so they bond over murder, and they bring the bodies home, and yeah, Kay and Nis and the whole Dempty family, except for Barb, she gives a call once a week, and Monica and Jake aren't going to be too sad or disappointed if they stop hearing from her, because in the cryptid world, being eaten is not uncommon. But they do bond over all this stuff, and later on Jake is talking to Kay about checking my time, how she's doing, because out of the entire family, Nis is just a cryptid, Annie has always lived as a cryptid, Monica is a cryptid, and Nis is a cryptid. That just leaves Jake and Kay as two people who started off with their third eye shut and then it opened. So he just wants to make sure she's doing okay. And he also knows that Kay and Nis are just perfect for each other, because every time Nis talks about Kay, you can see just her absolute infatuation and love on her face. You can hear how she just feels about Kay in her voice. And you can hear her guts start to gurgle and slosh as it prepares to digest Kay. And this all tells them that, yeah, Nis is just really into Kay. Now, knowing this, he's wondering if Kay is feeling anything special about Nis. Well, she knows what he means. That Nis has told Kay about what love and love language and all that is in the cryptid world, so she tells Mr. Dempty there that, yeah, 6 months ago this would have been terrifying. But the first time she realized after her third eye opened that she too was changing was when she and Nis were laying in bed, and just before Nis fell asleep, she licked Kay on the neck and said, "Good night, delicious." And as she fell asleep, her guts started to gurgle and slosh as it prepared to digest Kay. And Kay just felt total love and appreciation at that point, staying up and listening to Nis's gut grumble and rumble, and just feeling total love. So she knew, and yeah, at this point, like 2 months into the whole process, she finally tells, well, not finally tells, is finally able to tell Mr. Dempty when she's invited out there that, yeah, Mr. Dempty, I really want to devour your daughter. I'm human, I can't devour all of her, but yeah, I would love to fill my belly with some of her flesh and just digest it all up. Yes, Mr. Dempty, I really want to eat your daughter. At which point he's just holding her and saying, "Welcome to the family. I am so glad to hear that. I was hoping to hear something like that from you within another couple months, but the fact that you're there already, you and Nis are perfect for each other." 'Cause yeah, when she's saying that, Mr. Dempty can hear Kay's belly start to gurgle and slosh. Now, it's just human, so it's loud, but not as loud as a cryptid. So yeah, they're really infatuated and perfect partners for each other. Because when you love somebody in the cryptid world, of course you want to eat them. You want to devour them, digest their meat, become one. Two people becoming one, literally. But of course you don't, because cryptids have been changing over the past 100 and some odd years, where a lot of them are understanding not eating someone so that you can have them around day by day is so much better than just devouring someone you love, just loving having all their meat in your belly, but then you can't eat them again and they're gone now. So yeah, things have been changing, and Kay and Nis are going to be a couple for a very long time. Thumbs up for that. And of course, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. Going to go through and thank however many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. And even though I count on this hand, I'm not really paying attention to it anymore. Let me call up my Chrome. We have... Hard to say, I've got to do some scrolling here. It's Roulette, who's coming back to Washington State, and apparently it's going to be raining here all next week, so hopefully you're going to have a good time meeting your family again. Washington State is awesome, I love it here. Then there is Arrow55, thumbs up. Jesse Koskinen, greatly appreciated, and here's hoping things continue going well. Bow Star Channel, greatly appreciated. Floramew, thank goodness I didn't get admitted. Oh boy. Jay, greatly appreciated and good to see you. Chase Hillier, thumbs up and thank you, greatly appreciated. Joyce Wong, greatly appreciated. I post stupid shit, thumbs up and thank you. There is Chris, greatly appreciated. Blue Toad, meep. There is Lumeria. Yeah, it's done. That antibiotic shot has done a great job so far. I hope it continues. My Lunchables are cold. Thumbs up and thank you. And Nexor, greatly appreciated. And Hokey SMOKES. Hokey SMOKES, you got... I can understand the getting gangrene on your foot like that. I think it was like the person who did the whole Jim Beam, started up that whole thing. He got pissed off and kicked a safe. I don't know why I know this, but he got pissed off and kicked a safe. And it hurt his big toe. And a year later, he was dead from the infection. So, yeah. Oh, Hokey SMOKES. Then we have Yamil. Thumbs up and thank you. Wibbly. Greatly appreciated. Adrian Bryan. Thumbs up, thank you. And we have Stephen Blanchard. Thumbs up. Greatly appreciated. Julian Navarro. Thumbs up. Thank you very much. Indominus, I sure hope. Thank you very, very much. Lucas Nolasco, well, great birthday. Happy birthday. And here's hoping things go well for you and everybody all around the world. And Lucas Nolasco is from Brazil. Yay! And then we have Larry from Space, thumbs up. RJ Mitchell, always good to see you in the comments, and I'm glad that you liked the Cyclopeans, King in Yellow. Oh, they're an awesome group. And then, of course, we have 77 Arcturus, greatly appreciated, and thumbs up. It's always good to see you in the comments. And that would appear to be it. Thumbs up, thank you, greatly appreciated, each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, and dealing with real people, and again, that is appreciated. Checking my time, again, it's late. So, I am going to just relax and continue healing today. Oy vey. So thumbs up for that. If I can make some phone calls, I'm going to try. And if I can't, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. Hopefully you can get done what you would like to get done. And if you can't, don't beat yourself up. Survival is more important. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that is indeed a very, very good thing, as I have to turn on my controller so I can turn this off. And again, yes, I could trim out this rough ending that just fades off like this. I mean, I could. I certainly could.